In today's video, we're going to go over the best quest lines in Unturned. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, let's try reach 200 likes, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get straight into the video, but first, a word from our sponsor. Are you guys trying to set up your own Unturned servers but you don't know where to start? Then Pine Hosting has you covered. Pine Hosting is very user-friendly and not hard at all to master. I literally had no idea how to do anything, but with Pine Hosting's navigation and super easy interface, I learned the basics very shortly. They have locations all around the world, cheap pricing, and they also offer a variety of games, not just for Unturned. They have other game servers such as Minecraft, Ark, Project Zomboid, and much more. My favorite feature from Pine Hosting is the plugin and workshop installer. With just a simple click, you guys can install certain plugins. Make sure to use code LDG for 30% off, and let's get straight into the video. So in this video, we're going to talk about 4 maps. First map we're going to discuss is Buak. Now Buak is one of the coolest quest lines that there is because it has a huge diversity. There's a lot of cutscenes, there's a lot of quests where you would require to get items, there's quests where you would require to hunt animals, but obviously the main quest line being the quest line, the horror quest line. This map does have some interesting factors when it comes to soul crystals. There's like monsters as well. The dead zone has a huge impact to this quest line and I absolutely love it. This map was one of the first maps that introduced cutscenes as well, and it is very interesting. There's a few boss fights as well which you would require to do, which aren't really that easy either. And there's a few side quests as well, such as the quest where you would require to get yourself a little boat, require yourself to get yourself cats spread around the safe zone as well, and the boss fights you get as well are actually really interesting. So the second map we're going to talk about is Elver. Now Elver questline is quite different in my opinion. The first part is quite simple to do. You just require yourself to get yourself some guns, some zombie kills, nothing really that crazy, but later on Elver 2 did launch. Now Elver 2 questline is actually one of the most interesting questlines that there is, especially the whole parkour part. I absolutely love that part. There's a bunch of little quests that will keep on going. There's Horde Beacon quests, and then at the end there's also a Benson fight, which I absolutely love. This questline did also basically completely change how quests are made. I do feel like the quests of this map did change the future of all quests that you will see in the later on maps, so I do think that the Elver questline is definitely one of the best. There's also the quests when it comes to Horde Beacons, which are not really that easy, but once you do them, they are definitely worth it. The next map we're going to talk about is Polaris. Now, Polaris is probably one of the shorter questlines that there are, and they are very rewarding as well. The questline with Bernard is probably the most interesting one. There's a few cutscenes as well, and each one corresponds to the other one. There's a few puzzles that you would need to do, which I feel like are always the most fun to do. There's a boss fight as well, and there's some cool items that are just for the quest, such as the shockwave grenades. The final quest where you would require to drive a tank and then the tank basically just gets shot down is really nice and was unexpected as well, and I do think that Polaris has a really interesting questline. Now the final map we're going to talk about is Kuwait. Now Kuwait questline is probably one of the most interesting as well. I absolutely love this one, especially the whole quest with the eye and the fact that there are 2 save zones, and then at the end there's also the whole Liberator quest and you would unlock even more quests. And I absolutely love this quest line as well. I do feel like Kuwait was probably one of the hardest quests to do as well. For some reason there were certain quests that I couldn't find. For example, the ones where you would require to find yourself certain items such as the armor. It took me so long to actually find them. But then at the end, it was very nice as well. This map does have a lot of quests. I think out of all 4 maps that we talked about today, I think Kuwait is the longest one. But it is definitely worth it by the end. Now on my channel I did actually post a poll where I asked you guys, which is your favorite questline in Unturned? And over 3,100 people have voted. In the poll there were Kuwait, Buak, Polaris and other, where you can comment below, and 55% actually did think that other was the best, which we're going to check out in the comment section. And then A6 Polaris was second with 22%, Buak was third with 13%, and Kuwait was fourth with 11%. Now most people actually did comment Elver. A lot of people did say that Elver has the best questline, especially for the time that it got released. Elver was a breakthrough in the Unturned questlines and lore, which we did mention and talk about earlier. Another map that a lot of people were talking about was Russia. The Russia questline was really interesting as well, especially the Mark II quest and the Jet quest, but I do think that they're not really that much fun compared to the maps that we talked about today. A lot of people were saying that Kuwait is actually quite underrated. People were saying that Buak had a really interesting story. Some other mentions that people were saying were Ireland and France as well. Another person mentioned the Greece questline, which is actually quite interesting to mention as well. We had ourselves a comment from Julian that said that Buak was the best map to him because of the voice lines, the cutscenes, and the immersion. Some people are also mentioning Aired, but I do feel like the Aired questline was not really anything that special. I feel like the Aired questline is one of my least favorite questlines that there are in Unturned. Another map that was mentioned is also Rio Remastered. Rio Remastered, there is a lot of quests. There's literally hundreds of quests that I didn't even get to finish them all. But I do feel like those 4 maps that I mentioned earlier are the best maps. And that is it for this video, guys. I really hope that you did enjoy. Let me know which is your favorite map in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.